right, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of SideQuest Podcast. Listen in and level up. I have a great episode for you today, but first, as always, let's get through the show notes. If you're not following the Facebook page, head over to Facebook, type SideQuest Fitness into the search bar, and like the page. There, you're going to get updates on podcast episodes, articles when they get posted, and you're going to get a brand new taco recipe every Tuesday for taco camp. Plus lots of other shenanigans and nerd talk throughout the week, so make sure you head over to Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram. My handle is SideQuestFM. If you want to see some cool videos and random stuff on Instagram as well, you can follow me on Instagram. Same handle, SideQuestFM. Or follow me on Snapchat, SideQuestFit. Follow me there. Send me your questions. I want to get all the questions from you, help you as much as I can on your fitness journey or your journey in life, whatever it may be. But head over to Snapchat, SideQuestFit. Follow me there. You get a little more personal, in-depth look at the shenanigans I get into throughout every day. But I do love getting questions from the community, so please send them out to me. If you have not left a review for the podcast, please head over to iTunes. If you're not listening on iTunes and you listen on SoundCloud or Stitcher, leave a review there as well. When you leave reviews, it helps me move up the charts on the iTunes store so that more people can see and hear the amazing guests that I've had on and have on each and every single week. So make sure you head over there. And don't forget, if you haven't picked up your copy of the 7 Principles of Fat Loss, head over to sidequestfitness.com/7 principles, and you can pick up your copy of the 7 Principles of Fat Loss. These are the same 7 principles I follow each and every day and teach my clients to help them shred away more body fat, unlock heroic strength, and just look better naked. So if you want to unlock strength or just look better naked in the mirror, head over again, grab those 7 principles of fat loss, and start following those today. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. So over the last few months, you have heard me talking about my online clients, and you've heard from a few of my online clients as well about what they've done on their fitness quest with me. With summer heading in, I am taking a few more clients on to help people get ready for summer, help you get ready for bikini season or swimsuit season, or maybe this is your first time. Maybe you've decided that that's it. You want to get in shape, and you need someone to help you with your journey. On your journey, you need a Gandalf and a Samwise to guide you as you head into Frodo. And I am your Gandalf and Samwise, all packed in to one. I am taking on a few more clients. If you are interested, head over to sidequestfitness.com/coach and check out the page. You can apply there. You can find out more about what coaching entails and also see some of the amazing transformations that my clients have had while working with me. So head over to sidequestfitness.com/coach and apply today. So what are we going to talk about today on this episode? We're going to talk about the sweetest thing in the world. The one thing that we all love more than anything, but that most people aren't getting enough of. Sleep. We're going to talk about the importance of sleep in this episode and what you can do to help make your sleep better and why sleep is important for fat loss, muscle gain, building strength, and anything else that you do in your life. Sleep is vital. So in this one, I'm going to talk about the one time playing a video game where I totally screwed up and didn't do one thing that could have helped my character gain even more XP by simply sleeping.
Step up and you gotta get it fitness. Host Rob at the moment and the quest is you gotta check it and wreck it. You're breaking personal records and with the help of the guests you won't be guessing on the lessons. That's a +5 fierce. Got a low-key bamf right here. You wanna meet him, there's no better way to greet him than to strike a boss pose. Take a look into the mirror.
Alright, so admittedly, I might sometimes be the dumbest video game player in the history of the world. Like, I do the most asinine, backwards, just dumb things. Like, it amazes me why I do the things that I do in games sometimes. I don't, it's not because I'm looking for a challenge. I'm not looking for a challenge. I'm just doing stupid things because, simply put, I'm not thinking. My brain isn't in the right place. I just do something the same way that I've always done it. And I miss out on a lot of really key things that could help my character level up a lot faster. Fallout is one of my favorite games of all time. Of all time. Now, admittedly, and I will tell you this to anyone that is listening, no, I did not have a computer until 1999, and I did not get to really play Fallout and Fallout 2. I saw some of my friends playing it. I did get to see them enjoying it, but Fallout 3 sucked me in to the lore of Fallout, and I read all about it online. I played the hell out of it as a game. I mean, honestly, there was not a game on the 360 that made my jaw drop in graphics like Fallout 3. Because when you came out of the vault and you saw the world and the way that, like, it was mesmerizing. I mean, I just stared at the TV screen. Now, Fallout is really cool because, like a lot of RPGs, like Mass Effect, like Dragon Age, and many others, it leaves it open to however you want to play the game. However, so you could sneak around, you could go guns blazing, you could play it to where maybe you barely have to fight things. You could just beat the hell out of things with a baseball bat. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Play however you want to play. All right, cool. But there were also, like, advantages that I missed out on. And the number one thing that I missed out on in Fallout 3, by far, just because I didn't take the time to do it, was sleeping. Now, with all the DLC, I put over 100 hours into the game, and I shit you not, if I look at my stats, if I were to go back and pull out the disc, my character slept maybe 8 hours. Now, you don't have to sleep in Fallout 3, but you get an XP bonus if you do. Plus 10, or like 10%. Now, at first, not a huge deal. But as you're going on, man, that little extra rest comes in handy when you're, like, taking down big levels and fucking death claws, which really you just always run from. I don't care what anyone says. Unless I have a nuke in my hand or someone from the Brotherhood of Steel, I'm not taking on a death claw. Get the fuck out. But, you know, if you rest for longer than an hour, you would repair your limbs and health bar would be replenished without having to waste a stim pack. Oops. And you also got a 10% XP bonus, you know, for the next 12 hours of the game. But I didn't care about that. I just wanted to play the game. That little thing didn't matter. I could have leveled up probably a little bit quicker and wasted less stim packs or eating less radioactive things, but I didn't. But here's the thing. Even in real life, most of us don't get enough sleep. And sleep, beyond just the importance to fat loss and your overall fitness, it's important to everything you do in life. It will affect your hormones. It will affect your mood. It will affect everything. But a lot of us don't get enough of it. For instance, one study found that young men who slept less than 5 hours a night had 10 to 15% less testosterone produced in their bodies. Now, for a young man in their 20s, early 20s, maybe, listen, we all know what it was like to be young, guys. Ladies, just give me a minute. We all know what it was like to be young. The wind could just brush up against you and you popped a boner. You had testosterone flowing through you like wildfire. It decreases as you get older. And if you're producing less and less of it, you're going to feel less and less like a man. Your self-esteem is going to go down. You're going to store more body fat because testosterone helps you burn body fat. You're not going to build muscle. You're not going to have the energy. And I'll be honest, I don't like feeling like that. I like to feel like I'm a man. I like to feel the testosterone flowing through my veins. I like to be able to burn fat and build muscle. So sleep is important to keep those T levels in their optimal state. Now, there are other things as well that are important to keep that up there. Making sure you have plenty of good, healthy fats in your diet as well. Make sure that you're strength training. Don't drink excessive amounts of alcohol. And there are some studies that show that soy-based products, and sorry guys, you're going to hate at me when I say it, beer. Yeah, so IPAs, all the things with hops in them, beers do in the body can produce phytoestrogen, which can raise your estrogen levels. So that's why I stick with whiskey. I just stick with whiskey. There ain't nothing in there but good old goodness and whatever else. But yeah, so there are some things that will decrease your testosterone levels along with aging, but to keep those up, proteins, good healthy fats, and of course, strength training will increase those testosterone levels and help you burn fat and build more muscle and feel like a fucking man. Ladies, you're not alone in this. Sleep is just as important for you. According to the American Heart Association, heart disease is the #1 killer of women in the United States. There's been a lot of news in the last few years and a lot of awareness about heart disease with women because heart disease, at least heart attacks, can present different signs in women versus men. So they're not all the same signs. But sleep is important to that. Women who toss and turn more than men. Okay, ladies, listen to me. My wife doesn't listen here, and she would just roll her eyes anyway. Tossing and turning, and I mean stealing the covers at night and making all of us cold. Yeah, cover stealers. You heard me. I said it. Guys, you're laughing right now, I bet, because you're like, man, Robbie, I'm not alone. I'm glad to know that, like, even you get the cover stolen all the time. But there are some studies that show that women tend to toss and turn a bit more. And when you toss and turn, you are more than likely to develop hypertension. Constant high blood pressure, as experienced with hypertension, can lead to atherosclerosis, hardening of the arteries, stroke, heart attacks, and more. Not something you really want to have. So good sleep can help you in those, the cycle of those destructive things that can happen to your body. But a lack of sleep also increases suffering from depression, anxiety. Mental health is a big thing that everyone is talking about a lot more today, and I'm very thankful for it. I know there are many of you listening now who may have mental health problems that you don't talk about and you're afraid to talk about. And I don't think you should be ashamed of it because I think it is something that we all need to address. And we probably all have people that we love and care for that have these issues and deal with them every single day. And you may know people, you may be completely surprised by people who suffer from depression. But inadequate sleep can only exacerbate those issues and those symptoms as well. But sleep or lack of it can actually increase your hunger levels, making your weight loss harder. And it will impair your body's ability to handle glucose, which can put you at a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. So sleep is far more important than many of us give it credit for. Real quick on a tangent, I know someone is asking, well, Robbie, should I get the standard 8 hours or should I get like 6 to 8? Like people say 6 to 8, like what, but I sleep 5 hours and I sleep really well and I feel great. Here's my thing about sleep. More isn't always better. There are and have been studies that more sleep, like over 8 hours, can actually be detrimental to your day and your mood and your body as well. What I tell my clients and something that I try to live by is I prefer quality sleep versus quantity. Let's think about that for a second. If you're getting a good hard 6 hours and you wake up refreshed, do you need 8? But if you're getting 8 hours and you toss and turn and wake up throughout the night, are you really getting 8 hours? Because if you go to bed at 10 and you wake up at 6, but you toss and turn and you wake up occasionally, you're not getting a full 8 hours. That's not a restful sleep. Now, if you're like me and you're conked out at 9:30, 10, totally 11, yeah, whatever. I'm an old man. I go to bed at like 10, sometimes 9:30. Sometimes it's leg day. I had a heavy leg day. Leave me alone. So I go to bed fairly early, and I'm up at 5 every day. So if I'm in bed by 10, I've got a good 7 hours of sleep. Now, there are times I wake up earlier and my body tells me that I'm awake and it won't let me go back to sleep. And that might be 4, it might be 4:30. But I know for me, 6 hours is like my golden zone. I can survive on like 5, but I'm not going to be great. But I want quality. I don't care about 8. I really can't sleep past 8. If I even have 8 or 9 hours a day, sometimes I feel sluggish, but I know for me that golden area is like between 6 and 7, depending on what I had been doing the day before. But the more sleep you get, the easier it's going to be for you to handle stress, anxiety. And I understand it. Like, we're all busy. We all have responsibilities that take up our time. I have clients that I coach on the West Coast. I have clients that I coach all over the world. I have clients who travel. I have a wife who, I want to spend time with her. I almost said half. No, I want to spend time with her. And she's busy as well. She has, school where she directs plays, and she has rehearsals and all these things that take up our time. And so many of us just want to come home. We want to watch Flash or Arrow, or we want to watch the nightly news, or whatever else it is that you're trying to watch. And we waste our time watching TV or futzing around on our phones. And those things mess up our sleep. So I'm going to give you 7 tips to level up your sleep in 2017. Number 1, blackout. Black it out. If you don't have curtains on your windows, if you happen to live in a big city, I lived in New York City, and it can be hard. It's the city that never sleeps. Bars are open till 4, and depending on where you are, you can sometimes find places that stay open even later. Things are always happening. Not everyone can live in, a rural state or a rural area. I finally can say that word without messing it up. Black it out. Get blackout curtains if you have to, especially people who live in northern climates, like New England, parts of Canada, and Scotland. I know when I was in Scotland for our honeymoon, it was in the middle of June, and the sun went down at like 11:30 at night and was up back again at like 3 a.m., so the sun was out for a very long time. So people had to have blackout curtains to sleep in the summer. So blackout curtains, dark curtains, anything to hide light whatsoever. No lights on, no night lights, no anything. Black it out. And I'm talking like complete black out, as dark as you can get it. The darker, the better. Now, another way to help with that is something I love that I actually use. Guys, I don't care what you think. I use a sleep mask. Yeah, I use a sleep mask. Like my 80-year-old grandmother, I use a sleep mask because it fucking works. If my wife is staying up and has her lamp on and wants to read because she's not tired and likes, and I'll cover reading in just a minute, wants to read before she goes to bed, put my sleep mask on, done. I'm out. If I have to work at the YMCA fairly early and be up around like 4, I'm in bed a bit earlier. So I put that sleep mask on and I'm out. Now, if you don't want to buy blackout curtains, or you do have a partner who likes to read at night before you go to bed, then pick up a sleep mask. You can grab one on Amazon, the Sleep Master sleep mask, and I'll have a link for that if you want. Or just email me and I'll send you a link. Yeah, the Sleep Master sleep mask is like $25. Great pickup. And I think that one actually comes with like built-in earplugs too, so you can sort of cover your ears. So that one's pretty awesome. But yeah, just a good sleep mask, something to black out any light from coming in. Number 3, and this is the most important. It's one of my 9 rules that I live by. If you've not checked out that podcast episode, check that out as well. One of my rules that I live by is no cell phones in the bedroom. The bedroom is for 2 things: sleeping and fucking. That's it. I'm not Facebooking. I'm not tweeting. I'm not Instagramming. I'm not doing any of that. Stays outside. It charges in the kitchen because here's the thing. It's so easy for you to roll over in the morning, hit snooze on your phone, go back to sleep. If I have to get up to turn my alarm off, I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm already steps away from the bed. I'm not going back to it. Turn them off or keep them out of your room. The blue light on the phones now, Apple has made this different now. So they actually have a nighttime thing where like you can set your phone to go to nighttime mode and it will go sort of orange. There's an app or an extension on Chrome you can also get for a MacBook as well. Yeah. Just turn your electronics off, limit the amount of blue light that you get. So that's why a lot of people will say read before bed. So don't look at a computer, limit your TV time, all of that. Because the blue light tricks your brain and your brain thinks that, it's sunlight and wants to keep you up more often. Another one is another one of my rules for life. No caffeine for me after 3 p.m. No coffee, Red Bull, or Monster after 3 p.m. Now, when I originally wrote an article about sleep, I said that no coffee or caffeine, or no caffeine after 2 p.m. Just depends on when you want to go to sleep. The half-life for caffeine is about 6 hours. They say 6 to 8, but I usually feel it around 6 hours. So limit your caffeine intake. If you're drinking coffee at like 8 o'clock at night, you're likely not going to sleep as well because that caffeine is still in your system. Yes, I know you probably have a grandparent or some person at work who's like, I drink coffee at 9 o'clock at night and I sleep. Well, that's also why they drink about 12 cups a day, because the caffeine, they need to let their brain come down off the caffeine. So take like a break from caffeine and then that will start working again. But just limit your caffeine at night as well. This one I really like because, ladies, you can use this to get a little extra snuggly in bed. Drop the temperature. Keep your bedroom at around like 66 degrees. If you can control just the bedroom versus the house, keep the bedroom a lot cooler. Put on fans. My wife and I sleep with fans sometimes often in the middle of winter, as I'm told I'm a furnace. But we will keep a fan on even until it gets probably 30 degrees outside. I like sleeping in the cold. It helps me sleep better. And studies have shown that a colder room can actually help you fall asleep faster. And here's the cool thing, guys. This is actually really super cool. According to one study, they found that healthy young men who slept in a room around 66 degrees actually increased the levels of brown fat. Now, this is the body fat that your body uses to burn calories, unlike white fat, which just sits there. So being in a colder room helped you actually burn a little bit more of the brown fat for energy and for your body, so you can burn more fat in a colder room. They also say you can burn more fat in an ice cold shower. That's one thing I don't want to do. I will sleep in a cold room though. Yeah. So drop the temperature. Drop it down in the room that you sleep in. Put a fan on. Put a couple fans on. If you're trying to save money so you don't have to turn on the AC, but try and keep that room a little bit cooler. And if you do have blackout curtains, that will help keep it a little cooler as well, especially because you can keep the sun out during the day. Number 6, and this is one that I know many people do, read or meditate before bed. You guys have heard from guests, we talk about meditation. I'm not a huge fan of, I like meditation, but right now in my life, it's just not something that I'm doing. But I have done it before. But reading, meditating before bed, taking a break from the phones and the TV and the e-readers that we read. I mean, no e-readers either when I say no electronics. None of that is allowed in the bedroom either. It is hard to fall asleep for a lot of people because we're thinking about life stresses, the kids and this and that, and then you're getting distracted. And if you're checking Facebook on your phone, you're only getting dragged into more bullshit that you don't want to get dragged into anyways. So leave them out. Read a book, just a regular old book, paper book, or take a few minutes to meditate. Meditation can actually help you get your brain in the right zone for sleep. According to a study at the University of Sussex, Brits. Sussex in 2009, they found that reading for about 6 minutes actually reduces your stress by 68%. 68%. That's why I like starting my day reading, because I start my day feeling less stressed. I get a little inspiration from time to time from what I'm reading. So that's always good. This is what their chief neurologist or neuropsychologist of the study had to say. This is more than merely a distraction, but an active engagement of the imagination, as the words on the printed page stimulate your creativity and cause you to enter what is essentially an altered state of consciousness, which is what reading good fiction does. So don't go to bed reading a self-help book. Go to bed reading some good fiction, like The Name of the Wind. If you've not read Patrick Rothfuss's amazing book, go read The Name of the Wind and feel really super awesome about every single line that the guy wrote. Oh, it's just, I can't. Beautiful. Just oh, so good. Go read it. Read it. Put it on your nightstand and read that. Now, another way to enter an altered state of consciousness is by practicing meditation. I've had some guests on talking about meditation, but it's come back on the scene over the last few years, and a study came out of Harvard that showed those who practiced any form of meditation, mindfulness meditation, actually had less fatigue, insomnia, and even depression versus a group of people who did not practice meditation. So similar to studying or reading, meditation can actually help force you to focus on your breath. It's going to help you bring your cortisol levels down. It's going to help you enter a mental space that your brain wants to be in. That's going to bring the heart rate down and help it ease in to sleep and make it relaxing. All right, number 7 is probably the most fun one of all. We've talked about reading, meditating. We've talked about dropping the temperature, talked about caffeine, sleep masks, blacking out, turning off electronics. Now, 7 is one I will totally get down on doing to help me go to sleep. Sex. Now, I don't talk about a lot of sex and a lot of things only because I don't. Maybe I will in the future. Who knows? But I will tell you this. Sex before sleep, fantastic. Great way to help you ease off to sleep. Why? Well, like all things in life, we're pretty much ruled by our hormones. There's a hormone called prolactin. And prolactin reaches its peak when we're in our deepest state of sleep, known as REM sleep. REM. Almost as good as the band. Yeah. I wish my REM sleep was full of like REM videos. That would be a great dream. Anyways, so in our deepest state of sleep, where we're getting our most rest, where our body is recovering, prolactin reaches its peak. But see, here's the crazy thing, is that prolactin is also released after sexual intercourse. Yeah. So after you're having sex, prolactin is released into your body, which is probably why after good sex, you want to take a nap. So it can help you ease off the sleep because you've already got some prolactin in your system and you're ready to go to bed. So those are the 7 tips. Go over them one more time. Black it out. Keep the curtains drawn. Get blackout curtains, if you will. Make it as dark as possible so that your body realizes, oh shit, it's time to go to sleep, and you don't have a bunch of distractions on around you. Get a sleep mask to help you go to sleep even more, especially if you have a partner who wants to stay up and read. That's fine, but take that sleep mask, put it over your eyes so you can get even more sleep. Turn your electronics off, but if you have to have them on because you want to use them as an alarm, I mean, you could just buy an alarm clock. There's always that. Leave them outside. Don't let them come in the bedroom. Like one of my life rules, no electronics in the bedroom. Limit your caffeine late in the day. Give yourself a time where you don't have caffeine, 2, 3, maybe 4. I'd really suggest like 2 or 3. But cutting yourself off from caffeine later in the day. Drop that temperature. Get it cold. So cold, you got to snuggle with your partner if you got a partner, because that'll help with number 7. But yeah, drop that temperature. Keep it colder. below 70 degrees, preferably, according to one study, around 66 degrees or lower will actually help you burn more brown fat. Read or meditate. So read your favorite book, The Name of the Wind, The Name of the Wind, The Name of the Wind, The Name of the Wind. There you go. Subconsciously, you're going to see it and you're going to buy it. And then you're going to send me an email and say, oh my God, Robbie, I'm so glad you told me about this book. Or take a few minutes to meditate. Use something like Calm or Headspace. Yes, I know you have to use an electronic device, but do it somewhere outside of the bedroom until you sort of get used to it, but focus on your breathing. And meditate. And then number 7, everyone's favorite, get a little action. Get a little love. Snuggle up next to your partner. Give them some sweet kisses. And sex is a great way to get ready to go to sleep because you're going to release a little extra prolactin. And that's going to help you ease off into slumberland. That is it. That is really all you got to worry about covering on getting excess sleep in your life. And how to level up your sleep, how to get that extra 10% of XP when it comes to improving your life through sleep. Guys, again, I cannot reiterate how important it is to get good quality sleep in your life. If it is something you are struggling with and something that you don't get a lot of, look at the areas like turning off your phone, taking a step back from watching TV so late. Don't look at Facebook after a certain time. Look at when you're drinking caffeine. Find the places that you can improve and move away from to help improve your sleep. Because improving your sleep, getting a +3 to sleep is going to help you level up your fat loss game, help you level up your life, and help you become more kick-ass all around. If you guys have any questions, again, hit me up at sidequestfitness@gmail.com or find me on social. Now, get out there. Get some sleep, and kick ass at life.
Step up and you gotta get it fitness. Host Rob at the moment and the quest is you gotta check it and wreck it. You're breaking personal records and with the help of the guests you won't be guessing on the lessons. That's a +5 fierce. Got a low-key bamf right here. You wanna meet him, there's no better way to greet him than to strike a boss pose. Take a look into the mirror.
Hey guys, don't forget, this is the last few days you can grab your free ticket to the online powerlifting summit. That goes up live March 12th, 2017. So if you're listening to this past that date, unfortunately, it has gone past. But get your free ticket and get that at sidequestfitness.com/online powerlifting summit. Again, pick up your free ticket for that before the online powerlifting summit starts March 12th at www.sidequestfitness.com/online powerlifting summit.